Hey guys, it's Cole and Kelly Watkins with the Bridge Group, and today we're talking about buying rental properties in a seller's market.
Hey guys, it's Cole and Kelly Watkins with the Bridge Group. Today we are going to be talking about buying investment properties in a seller's market. What does a seller's market mean? Let's just kind of go back over that. Typically this time every year, we're looking at 3.8 to even a little bit past 4.2, 4.4 months of inventory. Right now, we currently are still sitting at 1.4 months of inventory in our market. Yes, so many more listings are coming to market, but they're going just as fast as we're listing them.
So why should you buy an investment property in today's crazy seller's market? Here's a few reasons why. Number one is that the rental prices have gone up significantly. I think last month they had gone up by 17% from this time last year. So the prices have gone up. So although you are paying a little bit more for the property, potentially you're going to be getting more in rent as well. Another reason is it is a long-term investment strategy. If you look at the historical Houston market, there are some ups and downs, but it's always going to go up eventually. It's the housing market. So it's going to be a great long-term investment property. And it's also a hard asset. So it's not just, stocks or Bitcoin or whatever else. And with the inflation rate the way it is, a lot of people are choosing to put their assets into a physical property. Another reason is that interest rates are allowing buyers to purchase more properties. Because they can afford a little bit more properties, they can leverage their money to buy multiple properties. So the fact that the interest rates are low is a great reason to invest in real estate right now.
We want to talk about 4 quick tips to buying investment properties in a seller's market. Number one is knowing what type of product you're looking for. If I'm buying an investment property, I want it to be what's called turnkey. That means I buy the property and then the next day I put a for rent sign out there and it is ready to rent. That means it's ready to go from day one. You have other type of investors that don't mind getting their hands dirty a little bit, and they have all the contacts and they want to go in there and really fix it up. That means you're going to get probably a little bit better deal than you would if it's a turnkey property, because the carpet needs to be ripped out, the roof might need some work, the paint is horrendous, and so forth. That's kind of knowing what product you're going for and then starting your hunt.
And you can definitely make a profit either way, whichever way you're going to go.
Absolutely.
You can definitely find a great property. The second decision you have to make is, are you going to finance a property or use cash? Obviously, some people don't have this choice, but if you do have this choice, a lot of people are choosing to go financing versus cash because they're able to buy multiple properties because the interest rates are so low.
Well, why wouldn't you? And I know that some of your clients, we're always encouraging them, hey, use a financing option. They have the cash to buy several properties, but you are leveraging, and it's almost like these loans today, you're using free money, right? You can get under 3% interest rates. That's free money to invest.
The good thing about if you were to go cash is when in a multiple offer situation, sellers tend to like cash offers because they're quick close and it's secure. However, a way that we're getting around it, and is actually almost as favorable as a cash offer, is by waiving the appraisal. And so the buyer is agreeing to pay the difference if the appraisal doesn't come in at the sales value. They're coming to cash out of pocket.
And if that doesn't work, if you are a cash buyer and you still want to finance, you can always buy it cash and then refinance it about 6 to 8 months later on. And that also is a wonderful option because it gets the deal done up front, and at the same time you can pull that cash out of that property and put it into multiple other properties.
So either way, we have a spreadsheet to where you can run the numbers on a particular property to make sure that it makes sense financially for your investment as well as your cash flow. Your cash on cash return and your cash flow makes sense. So please reach out to us if you have any questions on that.
Okay, number 3, it's redefining what a good deal is. The investment market has changed a lot faster. You wouldn't believe it, but a lot faster than the traditional, resale single family market has. We've seen properties that you would be able to get for 65, 80,000 go up within the last 6 to 7 years to, around 125, 130,000. Now, if you try to list those properties at 125, 130,000, just like one of our properties on Genicay, we listed that property for 135,000 and it actually sold for 175,000. Now that property needed so much work. The after repair value, so after everything was repaired on that property, it was worth 185,000. Someone bought it in its current condition, or in its condition at that time, for 175,000. So redefining what a good deal is. Some people will say, well, the good deal is just getting the house. I would say that that might be the case, and if it was not an investment property, if it was a primary homestead property, right? But in an investment situation, you do want to get a good deal on the price on the property so that your numbers at the end of the day actually make sense to invest in it.
The fourth and last point is patience is a virtue. So in today's market, you're not just going to go up to the first property you see, put an offer and get it. Not in all
unless you're working with a bridge group agent.
And not in all circumstances. So sometimes it takes a little bit more time for something to come up on the market, and sometimes you have to put in multiple offers, in order to determine what it is a seller is looking for in this market. But that's why you work with an agent like us, because we're doing this all day, every day, and we know how to write a winning offer that a seller is going to choose. And the other thing is, if you can find an off-market property, that's going to be the very best way to get an investment property, only because once it hits the market, that's when it turns into a bidding war. Working with a team like us that does a lot of volume and that can get you into a property before it hits the market, that'll be the best way. So if you guys have any questions about real estate investing, or if you have thoughts about real estate investing, we would love to sit down and talk with you about how we can help you reach your goals. If you have any real estate needs at all, please reach out to us here in the Houston market. Thanks and have a great week.